Even as San Antonio's Afghan community fears Taliban reprisals against loved ones still in Afghanistan, the Center for Refugee Services saw some of its first new arrivals yesterday.
6 Afghan families, a total of 40 men, women, and children, are now in San Antonio. Jesse DeGollado says the center is still trying to do what it can to help those still stranded overseas and their anxious families here.
Gone was the crowd of local Afghans who'd come earlier asking for help getting their loved ones well out of reach of the Taliban controlling Afghanistan.
We told the translator or the interpreters to explain to their families that the forms are not going to do any good anymore.
Not since the last U.S. troops have left Afghanistan, and the airlifts carrying over 100,000 refugees have stopped, leaving thousands more behind.
We want people to not lose hope, even though things are very, very dire.
But instead of the 1,000 or so applications filed last week on behalf of loved ones, it's believed humanitarian parole is now their only option.
And that basically amounts to applying for asylum.
And why Constantino says she needs legal advice to give those wondering what to do now. Even so, donations to help the new arrivals haven't stopped. All these linens and towels are just some of the donations that have come into the Center for Refugee Services, but it says more are needed because more are coming.
And now when you watch the news and you see what's happened in Afghanistan, it breaks your heart and have to do something.
An Afghan and his family living in San Antonio flew out before last week's deadly explosions. Fearing retaliation, the man who works at Catholic Charities didn't want his face shown. His prediction for his home country?
There's no hope unless a miracle happens.
Jesse DeGollado, KSAT 12 News.